Imagine walking down your street on a totally normal Tuesday. Suddenly, without warning, everything around you, cars, lampposts, even the pavement, is violently ripped eastward at over 1,000 miles per hour. This is the immediate physics of the halt. While the Earth's rocky crust has stopped, the momentum of everything resting on the surface continues moving at its original rotational speed. Any structure anchored to the ground is instantly sheared off its foundation. Massive skyscrapers collapse, ancient forests are flattened, and human infrastructure is erased in a fraction of a second. Surviving the first second on the surface is a physical impossibility. Any living creature caught above ground is swept away in the supersonic debris field. A deep, reinforced bunker might offer temporary protection from the initial jolt, but as the ground settles, a new threat emerges from above. The atmosphere itself hasn't stopped moving. Pulling back from the surface reveals Earth as a massive, moving system rather than a static ground. Ever since the solar system formed billions of years ago, the Earth has been spinning, carrying the leftover momentum from its birth. We never feel this incredible speed because everything, the ground, the air, the oceans, and us, moves together in equilibrium. This sudden halt shatters that balance, with exponentially destructive results. When the crust stops, the air surrounding the planet maintains its original 1,000-mile-per-hour momentum. This creates supersonic hyperhurricanes, winds strong enough to scour the planet's surface, eroding the landscape and blasting rubble across the continents. The oceans are subject to the same laws of physics, containing millions of cubic miles of water that now lurch violently to the east. This shift generates mega tsunamis, thousands of feet high. These walls of water wash miles inland, instantly erasing global coastlines. This kinetic energy destroys the surface layer in minutes. However, the loss of rotation triggers a much slower, total breakdown of the planet's physical stability. Gravity would not disappear if the Earth stopped spinning. Gravity is a product of mass, and the planet's mass remains unchanged. The planet's spin creates centrifugal force, an outward push holding a massive bulge of ocean water around the equator. When that force vanishes, oceans migrate toward the poles, exposing a continuous equatorial supercontinent bordered by deep polar oceans. This radical geographic shift is only the beginning. The most lethal change is the planet's new static relationship with the sun. Without rotation, the cycle of light and dark relies entirely on Earth's annual trip around the sun. A single day and night now takes a full year to complete. On the day side, the sun hangs motionless. For 6 straight months, unrelenting heat bakes the exposed surface, turning vibrant lands into scorched deserts. On the opposite side, the night half plunges into deep cosmic darkness. For 6 months, temperatures drop below freezing, locking oceans in thick ice. This creates 2 unlivable halves, a furnace on one side and a frozen wasteland on the other. This division of fire and ice seems like the absolute end of the human story. But there may be a loophole for survival. This divided Earth contains one narrow strip of hope, the twilight zone, the only habitable temperature band. Because Earth still orbits the sun, this band slowly creeps across the surface annually. Survival requires a nomadic lifestyle, constantly migrating to stay within this moving, livable climate. Alternative survival strategies might include building advanced underground cities. These would rely on geothermal energy from the new coastlines for heat and power without sunlight. Humanity might endure, but our species would be reduced to scattered groups of refugees, clinging to the edges of a fractured world. This thought experiment reveals a harsh reality. A stationary planet is a dead planet. Life exists here because of the delicate, perfectly tuned mechanics of our spinning blue marble. The rotation we take for granted is the invisible engine keeping our world alive.